Good evening, guys. Just hold on for a few more minutes. I was just expecting some more guys to join, and then we will start. Okay, just give me a few more minutes. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome to this program that we have organized for you all. I'm Dayasa, and I'm sure that you have seen my promotion that we did. So, what we're here is mainly to see how we're going to tackle the O-level exam, the maths exam. And we are going to do it in a very structured way, in a very orderly manner, so that even people who are on the weaker side can bring themselves up into a level where you can be in the B's and A's, that means 65 and 75 and above. Right? For that, what do you need to do? You need to practice more and more questions. And the next 6 months is going to be the pathway to your next level. We are going to do 6 months of good questions, thorough questions, questions that you're going to you can expect in an O-level exam. So we have done this for I've been teaching for the last 10 years, done questions and questions and questions for so many children. And the results have always been so fruitful. And when they come after 4 months from the exam and say, "Sir, thank you so much, you have done so much for us," it gives you a feeling of accomplishment. So, but I don't want to talk about myself. I'm here to take you guys to that level, right? So we want you to do well, and for that you need to work according to the plan that we have. Right? We have to do questions. You have to do questions. There might be even very simple questions. You must be thinking, "Oh God, why do I have to do this?" But you won't believe sometimes these small, very simple questions are questions that will come in paper 1 of your O-level exam. Right? And it might be something to do with grade 7, grade 8 work also. Right? But we have to do all of these questions. Paper 1 consists of two parts. Part 1, questions, 25 questions of short answer questions, and each carrying 2 marks. So you're going to get 50 marks for part 1 of paper 1. Then you're doing another 5 questions, each one carrying 10 marks. That will give you another 50 marks, and that paper 1 consists of 100 marks. 100 marks. Questions which you can easily do. I'm telling you, everybody can do. It is all here. I can do, and you can do also. Right? Be confident. I'm sure you guys will do it. Right? So 50, 100 marks there in paper 1. Easy questions. There might be little tough questions, but the structure is same. If you go through the last 7, 8 years of questions, you will see it's the same structure. part 2 of paper 1, fractions. Then second question will be with area, arc length, and so on. Third question, something to do with probability, probability, then pie charts, statistics. So very easy questions which are easily can be done, right? So that is part 1, paper 1, and paper 2, you will see 12 questions they are giving you, and you need to choose 5 questions in part 1 and 5 questions in part 2. Again, the same structure: graphs, arithmetic progression, geometric progression. Then you will get some questions on 2 questions on geometry. Geometry is 10-mark question, compulsory. So out of the 12 questions, 2 questions are geometry, and you will have to choose 1 question. So that is a 10-mark question. Definitely, you cannot leave one out, right? So you will have to attempt to do that, right? So geometry is a compulsory question. Then there is construction using compass, ruler, and your construction of the different figures, right? So all that you will have to practice now. Start practicing and slowly get through into the exam, right? So that is what we are going to do. I'm not going to waste too much of time. I'm just going to quickly get into the questions, right? So we'll start off. One more thing, just want to tell you, we'll be sending you a tute like this with all the questions covered. So soon as you register yourselves and pay, with the backend team will talk to you regarding that. So you need to, we'll be sending you this through post. So you don't have to worry about taking printouts and so on. Okay. So it will be sent to you by post soon as you register yourself with us. Right. So within a week's time, you should be able to get that. So you need to act fast. Soon after you finish the class, you can go ahead and register, and that you can speak to the backend. They will help you out with that. Right. And then secondly, we are going to do questions, online questions, which I have planned out. So maybe in the 3rd, 4th week, every 4 weeks, we will do a online questionnaire where you will do a small mock exam, and therefore you will be able to assess yourself where you stand, right? So that is something that we will work on going forward. Okay, so that is something that you can do online. So what you need to do is you do the working and put the answer into the question, into the app or into the platform, and we will get the answers, and then we will let you know how much you have scored and so on. So that's the plan going. Right, so we'll start quickly. We'll start with paper 1. So paper 1, we'll start with the first question. It says, find the value of square root of 16 plus square root of 81. Right, so question number 1, they're finding the square root of 16 plus square root of 81. Guys, please don't be shy to ask questions. That is the biggest mistake a lot of people do. It's going to be, don't let it be a one-way thing where I'm only talking, you guys are not responding. Okay, so let it be a two-way interaction. Okay, so we want to see what is the solution for this. So first, what you need to do is you find out what is the square root of 81. Square root of 81 we know is 9. Why? Square root of 81 is 9 multiplied by 9. So 9 multiplied by 9 is 81. We can write it as 9 squared. Right? This is a perfect square. We want a perfect square, which is 81. So when you multiply 81 by 9 into 9, you have a 9 squared here. We want to get the reverse of that. So we want to get the square root of 81. Where did this 81 come from? So 81 came from square root of 81, which is 9. So square root of 81 is 9. So you have 16 plus square root of 81, which is 9. Then what you do is you solve this inside the surd. 16 plus 9 is 25. Now you still have a square root of this. So square root of 25. What is square root of 25? 25 again is a perfect square. 25 is a perfect square. So square root of 25 is 5. That is 5 multiplied by 5 gives you 25. So the square root of 25, your answer is 5. Okay. So we'll take what is it showing in your paper, guys? I'm sorry. Come in. Is it showing as 18? Is showing as 18? Okay, please do that correction. 18, it should be 81. Huh? I'm sorry. This should be 18. There's a typing error in the presentation. Make it 81. Okay. Right. Next question. Next question. Guys, I'm going to keep repeating this. Don't get annoyed with me for it. But please ask questions. It doesn't matter anything. Nobody is correct. Nobody is 100% perfect. You just need to learn. So you need to ask questions. Okay. Right. Question number 2. Question number 2. It says a trader bought an article for rupees 150 and sold it for rupees 180. Find the percentage of profit. Somebody has raised the hand. Is there any question? Anybody, any question? I just thought I saw somebody raising a hand. Okay. Yeah, Fida. Fida has raised the hand. Why is that, Fida? Fida? Fida, you have raised your hand. Any question? Okay. Right. Let's go on. So they're asking you, what is a trader bought an article for 150, sold it for 180, find the percentage of profit. Okay, so first, what is profit? What is profit, guys? Profit is the difference between the selling price and the cost price. What is the cost price? Your purchase price or your production price. So a trader or a manufacturer, in order to survive, what they do is they make something and then they add a certain percentage we call profit on the cost and sell your product. So the difference between the selling price and the cost price is your profit. So we'll just write a quick definition. Profit is equal to selling price minus your buying price or your cost price. Okay. So in this case, first we'll calculate what is the profit that this trader is making. So what is your profit here? Your profit is he's selling at 180 rupees and he purchased it or he bought an article for 150 rupees. So the profit he is making is rupees 30. Right? Then they're asking you to find the profit percentage. Profit percentage. So a profit percentage, if we want to define what is profit percentage is the relationship between the profit earned and the cost price of a product or a service. So we are going to compare how much of profit this person has made in comparison with the amount of money he has put in to make that product or service, or the cost of that product. Okay, so profit percentage therefore is profit divided by your cost price into 100. What is 100? What is percentage? Percentage is a fraction with a denominator of 100. Yeah, anything over 100 is called a percentage. For example, you get 75 marks. What does that mean? You got 75 marks correct out of 100 marks. So if you want to write it as a percentage, what do? You multiply it by 100 and you get the percentage. 75 over 100 into 100 will give you 75%. So here we are trying to find what is the profit percentage. So profit here is 30 rupees. Your cost price is how much? 150 multiplied by 100. Okay. So 0 and 0 you can cancel. This 30 and 15 you can simplify. 30 divided by 15 is 2. 15 divided by 15 is 1. Then you can't simplify any further. Go and write the answer. 2 multiplied by 10 is 20%. So that is your profit percentage. How much of profit you have made against the amount that you invested, or the cost of something, is called your profit percentage, is 20%. Okay. I just give it to you on the screen also. Okay, just for the people who have just joined, guys, we are only in the second question. We did a small introduction at the beginning, so don't worry if you have missed it. We'll be sending you the recordings. You can view it by tomorrow. It should go into your it'll be sent to you all. Secondly, again, I'm going to reiterate. Some questions might be easy, but as we progress, we will get into the tougher questions. Paper 1, paper 2, the tougher questions will come through. So don't think that, okay, why is some questions very easy? It's not like that. Every question is important into your exam. And secondly, another thing I want to please reiterate, it's a normal trend in online classes that people start to leave. Right? Guys, this exam is something that you guys are sitting for, not for anything else, right? So the questions, whether you do it in the first question or you do it 1.5 hours down that line in the class, though each and every question is important. Each and every question is very, very, very important. So don't think by waiting for 1 hour and slowly going away, it's going to help you. No way. Right? 6 months only, no? Just a little bit of sacrifice. Soon as you get an A, you're the one who's going to be very happy. Okay? Nobody else. Nobody else is going to be happy. You will be the one who can just put a tap on your back and say, I did it. Okay, so that is what we want. So please sit tight for 1.5 hours. Quickly we'll do all the questions, and then you guys will, you'll see the results later. Okay, right, let's go on. Third question. Third question. Third question, find the perimeter of the given figure. So this is like a question in paper 1, part 2, second question. Perimeters, right? So what does perimeter mean? So let's quickly put the diagram in. So you have a diagram like this. Please ignore my drawing. Okay, something like this. And this is the center point. Huh? We'll take it a little like this. Right, so we want to find the perimeter of this given figure. What does perimeter mean? Perimeter means the outer length of a figure. The external area, external lengths which are there in a figure is what we want, is called the perimeter. Now in this figure, you have this arc length. Then over here, you have another arc, and then you have another arc. So this dotted line gives you the diameter of this arc, and also the same time, this dotted line is the diameter of this bigger sector also. So diameter is what? The straight line going from one side of the circle through the center to the other side of the circle. So the diameter is divided into two parts. I know you guys all know that. Diameter is made out of 2 radii. So this is 14. This side also will be 14. So we want to find out what is the perimeter of this figure. Okay. So what we need to do, what do we need to do? We need to find the arc lengths. We have 3 arc lengths. One is this arc length, this is your second arc length, and this is your third arc length. Right? So arc length, I'm going to divide this arc, in order to find the 3 arc lengths, I'm going to divide it into 3 figures. I'm going to take this figure as A. I'm going to take this figure as B. And this figure I'm going to take as C. So I'm going to find the arc length of A, that is this, arc length of B, which is this, and arc length of C, which is this. So once you add all the 3 arc lengths, you will get the perimeter, which is the exterior lengths of this figure. Okay. So how do you calculate arc length? I'm talking about arc length, arc length. How do you calculate the arc length? Arc length formula is theta over 360. Now what is theta? The central angle. So if you take this semicircle, the central angle is this. How much is it? Semicircle central angle is 180 degrees. Central angle of a circle is how much? 360. If you have a semicircle, the central angle 180. So here we have 3 semicircles, 1, 2, and 3. So the central angle is theta, which is 180 over 360 into 2 pi r. That's your formula, right? So let's find out the arc length of A. Arc length A is equal to, central angle is 180 over 360 into 2 into pi into your radius. Now, guys, if this is your semicircle, this becomes the radius of A. So, radius is 14. Right? Let's simplify 180 and 360. You can simplify, it becomes 1 over 2. This 2 and this 2 we can simplify. This 7 and 14 we can simplify. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 22 multiplied by 2 is 44 centimeters. Right? This is arc length of A. So we can write this down if you want. This is 44. Then we are going to find the arc length of B, which is this. Again, we'll write that down. Arc length of B, 180 over 360 into 2, pi is 22 over 7. Now be careful, the radii of this semicircle, if you take your diameter, this is your diameter, which is 14, then the radius becomes 7 centimeters. Yeah, radius becomes 7 centimeters. So you take 7 here. Okay. So 180, 360 simplify. This 2 and 2 will cancel out. This 7 and this 7 we can simplify. You're left with how much? 22, which is 22 centimeters. Okay. Now we have to find the arc length of C. So we'll write 22 here. Arc length of C, again, it's going to be the same. Why? Arc length here, again, the diameter of this semicircle is 14. So your radius is going to be 7 and 7. Right? So arc length C is equal to 180 over 360 into 2 into 22 over 7 into your radius, which is 7 centimeters. Again, simplify. 180 and 360 is 1 and 2. This 2 and this 2 you can simplify. This 7 will cancel. 22 centimeters is your arc length, which is this. So now they're asking you to find the perimeter. How do you find the perimeter? Straight away add the total. So perimeter is equal to 44 plus 22 plus 22. How much are you getting? 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So perimeter is 88 centimeters. Okay. So you can take it down. We'll just switch this around because we have named this as A and B. So we'll take this as A and B is this. Okay. I just want to use it, put it into your diagrams. That's fine. Guys, any questions? Any questions? Please ask. Or if you're feeling shy to ask, write it down. We'll discuss it in the last 5 minutes. Okay? Right. I think let's go on to question number 4 now. Question number 4, they're saying find the value of x. Find the value of x. You have a diagram like this. Right, 60 degrees. Yeah, so first question they're saying find the value of x. So we'll just put an addition, we'll put this point as O, that is your center of your circle, right? Center of your circle. They're asking you find the value of x, right? So what is the rule related to angles in a circle? So angles in a circle, there are 2 points here you need to remember. This angle is an angle subtended at the center of the circle. So we'll just draw a line and say angle subtended at the center of circle, right? And this angle is angle in the remaining part of circle. Angle in the remaining part of the circle. So what? You must be asking, so what? Angle subtended at the center. What is the angle subtended in the remaining part of the circle? There is a relationship. What is the relationship between the angle subtended in the circle at the center and the angle subtended at the remaining part of the circle? Can anybody tell me? Just quickly, just put a small note. Is anybody able to just give me the relationship between these two angles? Anybody? Put your hand up or put a small note. What is the relationship between the angle subtended at the center and the angle in the remaining part of the circle? I can't see anybody. Yes, Sriram. Sriram, what's the relationship, Sriram? Sriram? Sriram, I can't hear you. Are you going to type in anything? Umar and Umar also has raised your hand. Can somebody tell me what the relationship is, please? Who has said? I can't see these figures. Ah, okay. Who is it? Who has said that? Oshini. Yeah, Oshini, thank you very much. Your answer is perfectly correct. Angle subtended at the center is 2 times the angle subtended in the remaining part of the circle. Thank you so much. I'm sure the others also have got the same answer. So therefore, what we can say is angle subtended at the center is 2 times this. Yeah. So x therefore is going to be 60 degrees, which is the angle subtended in the remaining part, multiplied by 2, which is 120 degrees. So angle subtended at center is twice the angle in the remaining part of circle. Very good. Thank you, everybody who has given answers. Thank you so much. Brilliant. It's 100%. Okay. Thank you. Super. Right. So we'll give the answers. I'll give you on the screen also. Sorry, one moment. Yeah. Okay. Guys, what we did was we gave you permission to unmute and speak up. So please be aware of that other people are also around. Your background sound might come onto the screen into the class. So please be very careful in when you unmute. Speak up, ask the question, and then we can quickly unmute yourself. Right? Mute yourself, sorry. So can we go on to the next question? Can we go on? Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm seeing good feedback. Huh? Very good. Right, let's go on. Fifth question. Fifth question, ABCD is a parallelogram. Find the values of A and B. ABCD is a parallelogram. Find the values of A and B. Right? ABCD. B and 42 degrees. B and these two sides are equal, and they're asking you to find out A, and one more figure they have given is 40 degrees. Right. So this is your parallelogram. Yeah. Parallelogram. So quickly, what are the characteristics of a parallelogram? We need to know first. What are the characteristics of a parallelogram? Opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this side and this side are going to be equal. These two sides are going to be parallel. And these two sides, that is AD, is equal to BC. Third characteristics, opposite angles are also going to be equal. Opposite angles also will be equal. So this angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. Okay? Right? So they are telling you to find the value of A and B. All right. So how can we find the values of A and B? By looking at this diagram. The first clue straight away you should see is you have a triangle here. They are saying this length and this length are equal. So in a triangle where two sides are equal, what type of a triangle is that? What type of a triangle is that? Isosceles triangle. Brilliant. Very good. So if this triangle is an isosceles, two sides equal, then this is A and this side also angle also has to be A. So both side angles are equal, then we can quickly find out the value of A using the theory of interior angles of an isosceles triangle. Right? So 40 plus A is equal to 180 degrees, interior angles of a triangle. So 40 plus 2A is equal to 180. You can take the 40 to this side, solve as an equation. Take the 40 to this side. So when you take the plus 40 to this side, you subtract. So 2A is equal to 180 minus 40. 2A is equal to 140 degrees. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. A is equal to 70 degrees. Yeah. So this angle is 70. This angle is also 70. Okay. Now, what did we say? Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. No? For opposite angles are equal, that means this angle and this angle are going to be equal. Right? Those two angles are equal to each other. Now, we want to find out B, that is this. Now, B is an exterior angle of triangle ABD. Yeah, this angle is an exterior angle of ABD. Now, we know exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the interior opposite angles. So, this angle plus this angle should be equal to this. Right? We don't know this angle, but we can find it out. Why? How? We can see AB and BC are parallel to each other. Therefore, DB line, which is your diagonal, is a transversal. So when it's a transversal, this angle and this angle become equal to each other. In which way? Can somebody tell me? In which way they are equal? Brilliant. Alternate angles, 40 degrees. So we'll quickly write that also. We'll say AB is parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC. Therefore, ABD angle is equal to BDC angle. Why? Alternate angles. So 40 degrees is this. This is also 40. Now we can quickly find out B. Why? B is your exterior angle of the triangle. No? So exterior angle is equal to your interior opposite angle. So B therefore is equal to 70 plus 40, sum of interior opposite angles. Right? 70 plus 40, B is equal to 110 degrees. Got it? Not difficult. Easy. Easy stuff. A and B. Quickly take it down. Quickly take it down. I'm sure you guys would have done it already. Okay. Can we go on? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks. We'll go on. Next question. Easy question. Subtraction of fractions. Certain questions I'll go quickly because I think you don't need to go in detail. So question number 6, 7x minus 5 over x is equal to 1 over 4. Right? So you are doing a subtraction of fractions here. So when you do subtraction of fractions, you have to make sure that the denominators of the two fractions are equal. So in this case, both the denominators are same, so no problem. You can go ahead and simplify the numerators. So x becomes your common denominator. Simplify your numerator. 7 minus 5 is 2 is equal to 1 over 4. Right? 1 over 4. Right? So then now you need to find out what is the value of x. So in order to find the value of x, what do you need to do? You just need to cross multiply. Right? Cross multiply. So 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 1 multiplied by x. So 1 multiplied by x is how much?
X.
2 into 4 is 8. So your answer therefore is 8. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go on, tell me.
I'm equalize all the denominators. Will that work?
Equalize the denominator. You're saying x plus x has 2x?
No, 4. I turn every denominator into 4x.
You can't get 4x, no? This side of your equation is equal to this x, this equation. So this side of the equation. It's like this. Basically, what you're doing is 3 over 5 plus 1 over 5 is what? Denominators are same. So you put 5 here. You simplify 3 plus 1 is 4 is equal to, so this side is going to be here. So you can't take this x plus, you can't take, what you're saying is 2x over is equal to 1 over 4 and then you have written this as 4x. Is that what you're saying? Guys, whoever's who asked me that question? Only? Is this what you did? X is equal to 1 over 4 and you wrote this as 4x.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, you can't do that no only because your this fraction is equal to this. You can't do that part of it. You can't simplify these two on the either side of the equal side. What you have done, what you should do is 2x is equal to 1 over 4. We want to find out what is the value of x. So in order to find the value of x, what do you need to do? We have to take x and keep it on one side, but x here is in the denominator. So x is in the denominator, you have to move it to the numerator. So in order to move it to the numerator, what do you have to do? You multiply this side by x and multiply the numerator on this side by x. So now what do you do? Once you do this, what happens is this x and this x will get cancelled out. Okay. And Once you get these two x's cancelled out, what do you have? 2 is equal to 1 into x is x over 4. Okay. Now what we need to do, this 4 we have to remove and take it to this side because we are trying to find out the value of x. So in order to find the value of x, what do you have to do? You multiply this side by 4 and multiply this side by 4 because we want to remove this 4. This is x divided by 4. Opposite of division is what? Multiplication. So when you divide, in order to remove it or eliminate it, you have to do the opposite of that operation. So division, you multiply here, multiply on this side. So once you do that, this 4 and this 4 will cancel. You are left with 8 is equal to x. Okay, so 8 is equal to x. Now we are in grade 11, guys. So what we want to do is we want to try to avoid too much of this kind of work. So what you can do is straight away when you have this situation like this, what you do is straight away you just cross multiply. The shortcut. What I did here was a long one. Right? How to take the x out. So here what we do is when you have two fractions equal to each other, then you can straight away cross multiply in order to move the x to the other side. So here 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. 1 multiplied by x is 1 into x. 1 into x is x. 2 into 4 is 8. Straight away you get the answer. Here the operation is a little bit more. So that's what we are trying to avoid because we want to save time, especially in an exam situation. But I'm telling you, if you are more comfortable by doing this, then go ahead and do this. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. So guys, just want to add something more because we have time, but I just want to add something. This because since it's the first class, we also have to let you know what the process is. We are going to do, you will have to register yourself by, there is a two-way program. So two-way method of payments. One is, it's going to be, this 6 months is going to be split into 3 months and 3 months. So the first 3 months, the fees, if you pay upfront, if you pay in advance, what we will do is we will send you the tute by post so that you don't need to take a printout. Plus, there will be a small booklet with all the formulas that is required for your O-level exam. So it's like a small shorthand book which will give all your formulas, the logbook and the cosine, tan and all those tables, everything will come in a small booklet with the tute. We will post it to you if you pay upfront. So now the fees is like this. If you're going to pay on a monthly basis, it's going to be 2,000 rupees per month, right? And if you're paying on a monthly basis, what happens is this tute will not be sent to you by post. We will be sending you the tute by PDF and you will have to take a printout of it. Okay. But if you make a bulk payment, now this is for your parents, you can tell your parents also. If you pay for the 3 months upfront, then you will get a discount and the price will be 5,000 rupees for the 3 months. Okay, so you're going to save 1,000 rupees. One, you're going to save on your taking printouts of your PDF. Two, and thirdly, you will get a hard copy straight away. Right, so it will be posted to you. You can, all you have to do is take it and get ready for the exam. And no postage also, because that cost also we will take, we will bear it. So again, to tell you, if you pay upfront and register for the 3 months, the PDF, the tute plus the formula book will be posted to you. So you can just take it and then you're done with it. But if you're going to pay on a monthly basis, then what happens is you will have to pay 2,000 rupees per month. So that will be 6,000. Whereas if you pay upfront, it will be only 5,000 rupees. And the disadvantage is you will have to take the printout of the PDF. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And sooner you register, the sooner the tute can be sent to you all, and you can we can be ready for the next class next Wednesday. Okay, so I just keep that informed. You keep in mind, tell your parents, and
Excuse
you can
me,
take
sir.
the best decision. Yeah.
How many classes per week?
Per week we'll have one class, so that will be 4 classes per month. So we're going for a 6-month program. So roughly you're going to do close to 480 to 500 questions by the time you go into your exam. So that is quite a bit, and I'm sure you won't be doing so much if you're doing it alone, right? So it will be a thorough program with different questions, and then on top of that, you will be having exams also on a monthly basis.
Sir, how long is one class for?
We are hoping to do 8 to 9:30, 9:45. It's about 1 hour 45 minutes. Depends on the work.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
1 hour 45 minutes max. Sometimes it might go to 2 hours also. So you can, but what my thing is, please keep 8 to 10 o'clock free on Thursday nights. 8 to 10, please keep it free, because we might have to push it beyond the 1.5 hours, maybe 1 hour 45. It depends.
So on the same day, right?
Sorry?
On the same day, right?
Yeah. There's no change on Thursdays. It will be on Thursday night, starting at 8 o'clock. So I eagerly urge you all to please log in on time. Don't get late, so then we don't have to waste time. So we quickly start at 8, go on till 9:30, 9:45, and then we can call it a day. So we can do as much questions as possible. Okay.
Sir, how can we register ourselves?
Everything will be sent you by the link. Just through the, you have registered already. So the backend team will send you the details of payments and so on, and you can just automatically do that. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Right, I'm carrying on. Yes, Adrian, any questions, please? Adrian? Any questions? Guys, please tell your friends. You can invite anybody to come. Just tell them to come and join the class. I'm sure it will be very fruitful. I'm telling you. The reason why I tell you through experience. Okay, just give me a few minutes, because it's our first class. I just want to tell you, my son is also doing his O-levels with y'all. Today, unfortunately, he couldn't join. But I'm also stressed up. I also want him to do well. He plays rugby for St. Thomas's College, right? So he's got to balance his studies as well as he's got to balance his sports. So I give him that freedom to do it. And I'm sure your parents also have given the freedom to you all to do that. Okay. But my thing is, I always tell my son is, don't go to a class because I am telling you to go to a class. Right? That shouldn't be the case. Go to a class because you want to go to the class and you want to do well. Okay, don't think I'm advising you all, but I'm going to advise you. You guys are like my children, because my son is also in your class. Right? Go to a class because you want to go there, you want to study, and you want to do well and get good marks. Don't wait till the parents come and push you from behind. You go to this class, go to that class. Don't do that. Don't wait. You guys are big children now. You guys should take that initiative and go for classes. Okay? Right. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go on. Question number 7. Question number 7. What is the question is question number 7 is the monthly phone bill of a person is 3,500 rupees. If 15% of VAT is added, what is his total monthly bill? Okay, so what is VAT? VAT means value added tax. It is an indirect tax placed on the individuals of a country by the government or whatever. So they take this tax to run the day-to-day business of the country, to pay doctors, pay teachers, pay the army forces. So they need money. So they tax the people, and VAT is another form of tax, and it is called an indirect tax. Okay. So VAT, how do you calculate VAT? Let's quickly write the formula. VAT is calculated as cost of goods or services into VAT percentage over 100. Yeah, VAT percentage over 100. This is your VAT formula, right? VAT formula is cost of goods or services into VAT percentage. So they are asking you if the monthly phone bill of a person is 3,500. So that is your bill, your normal bill. What you have used your phone for, internet, your calls and whatever. Then they are saying there is going to be a 15% of VAT which is going to get added to this. So let's calculate what is the VAT amount then. So VAT is your cost of goods is your phone bill amount. How much is that? 3,500 into your VAT percentage is 15%. 15% is 15 over 100. Okay. So 3 zeros cancels. 3 zeros cancels. 35 multiplied by 15. 5 into 5 is 25. 175. 0. 35. 5, 12, 4. So 425. Is that correct? 5, 12 and 1, 425. So 425 rupees is your VAT amount. Okay. 0, 35, 5. Okay. Right. So what is going to be your total bill now? Total bill is 3,500 plus 425, which is 3,925. Yeah, 3,925. Is there, if there's any calculation error,
Excuse me,
please
sir.
let me know.
Yeah, 525.
It's 525, sir.
525. Whoa, sorry. 525. $4,025. Okay. Right. So the total bill that you have to pay now is VAT plus your phone bill amount, which is 4,025. Okay. This you can do in a different way also. You can take a shortcut. What is that shortcut? Total bill with VAT. Total bill with VAT. Here what we did was, we did two calculations. We found out what the VAT amount is, and then we added it to the phone bill and got the final bill. But now we can also do this in one calculation. How do you do that? Total bill with VAT is cost price. So cost of goods or services into, we're going to add the 15% to the 100 rupees. So we want to get it. This 100 is your bill amount, right? So 100 plus 15 over 100. Okay, so let's do that calculation. 3,500 into 500 plus 15 is 115 over 100. Okay, 2 zeros cancels, 2 zeros cancels. 115 into 35. So 25, 2, 7, 5, 0, 15,
Hello.
4, 3, 5, 12, 20, 10, you'll get 4,025. So you can do the calculation using this formula also, right? Just to save some time where you don't have to do two calculations, you can do this in one shot. Okay, but most people are happy with this. Quickly they calculate the VAT, add it to the cost of the bill, and then give the total bill after that. Okay. Okay, guys, the backend just told me that they have shared the WhatsApp link on the chat right now. So whoever is not already registered or who have not joined the group, please do so using that link in the chat. Okay, so all details will be given through that. Okay. So question number 7 done. So don't worry too much. Today was first day, so we discussed all the processes and so on. Next week onwards, we'll quickly go and do more questions. Right, question number 8. Right, question number 8 is a log question. Right, so if log base M16 plus log base M25 is equal to 2, right? What is the question they're asking? Find the value of M. They want you to find the value of M. Right, so law of logarithms, what does it say? Addition of logs can be written as multiplications. So here log m is common to both of these two. So we'll write log base m. 16 plus additions can be written as multiplications. So 16 into 25 is equal to 2. Right? How much is 16 into 25? How much is 16 into 25, guys? Quickly. Help me out. 16 into 25. 25 multiplied by 16.
It's 400, sir.
400. Good. 400. So log base m 400 is equal to 2. So if you want to write this now, we want to find out what m is. So we know you can write logs as indices also. So log base m 400 is equal to 2. So in index form, if you were to write it is base m to the power of 2 is equal to 400. Isn't it? Base m, the log of any number is the index when it comes to index form. So log base m 400 equals to 2. M to the power of 2 is equal to 400. So if you want to find out what m is, m therefore is square root of 400. Why? Square, I want to remove the square. To remove the square, I have to square root here. I have to square root on this side. Real numbers, lesson 1 of grade 11. Real numbers. So, when you square root on both sides to cancel the square. Right? So, m is equal to square root of 400 is how much?
20.
20. Good.
20.
20. Square root of 400 is 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Square root of 400 is 20 multiplied by 20 will give you 400. Okay, right. So m is equal to 20. Okay, that's your answer. Thumbs up.
Excuse
Okay,
me, sir.
can we continue?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Go on. I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Umar, yeah, I can't hear you, Umar. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go on.
Sir, will you share the recording of the whole meeting?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Definitely. We will be sharing everything. Anybody else, any questions? Right, shall we go on question number 9? Question number 9. There are 80 pages in a book. When the book is opened, find the probability of a page being an even number with 2 digits starting with 5. Right? So, when somebody opens a book, they want you to find out what is the chance, probabilities, what is the chance of you getting a page which is an even number, right, with 2 digits and starting from 5. So let's just quickly do a small brainstorming. Question number 9. So if your book pages is from 1 to 80, that's what they are saying. 1 to 80. They want to know what are the page numbers starting with 5. So if you have page number starting with 5 and it has to be a 2-digit, huh? It has to be a 2-digit. So that means what are the pages that are going to be there in the book, which is going to start with 5 and have 2 digits? Pages 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Isn't it? Yeah. So what do we call this? We call this the sample space. The sample space is total pages. This is your probability. What is the chance of you getting a page which starts with 5 and which has got 2 digits, right? So what can we say here? So we want to find out from this what are the even pages? What are the even pages? You have 50, 51, 54, 56, and 58. These are going to be the even pages. Isn't it? And what is your sample space? The total outcome. Your sample space, therefore, is, which is your total outcome, is 80 pages. Out of this 80, what is the probability that you're going to get an even number? So, probability of even page is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over your sample space is total number of pages is 80. So 5 out of 80 is your answer. You can simplify it if you want. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 80 divided by 5 is 16. So probability of you getting an even page starting with 5 and 2 digits is 5 out of 80 or 1 out of 16. Okay, easy question, simple. There you go. Shall we move on? I think let's not waste too much of time. We'll go on to question number 10. Right. If a car runs with a uniform speed of 120 kilometers per hour and the time required to travel 20 kilometers in minutes, they're asking you find the time required to travel 20 kilometers in minutes. So quickly, let's write down what is the formula. What is the formula? Speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. Right? This is your formula. Right? And in this particular question, they're asking you, if a car runs with a uniform speed, what is uniform speed? Constant speed. There is no drop in the speed. It goes only at 120 kilometers per hour. They're asking, find the time required to travel 20 kilometers, right? So that time they're asking you, they want you to find out what is the time. So you need to make total time the subject of the formula. So what do you need to do to make total time the subject of the formula? You bring total time to the other side of the equal sign, to the numerator, and you bring speed to the denominator. Okay, so let's see how we are doing that. So speed they are saying is 120 kilometers per hour is equal to total distance 20 kilometers per hour, and they're asking you what is the time taken. We'll put this as x. Okay, so we need to move this to the numerator, and this will come to the denominator. So time therefore is 20 kilometers divided by 120 kilometers per hour, right? So kilometer and kilometer will cancel out. Now we want it in minutes. So in 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 60 minutes. So if we want to find this in minutes, what you need to do is multiply it by 60. Right? So kilometers and kilometers cancels. 0 and 0 will cancel. 2 divided by 12 is 5. Sorry, 6. 2 and 12, you get 6. 60 divided by 6, we'll write it down. 60 divided by 6. So what is your time taken? 60 divided by 6 is 10 minutes. Why am I giving it in minutes? They want the answer in minutes, 1. And in order to find the time in minutes, that's why we are multiplying it by 60. Because in 1 hour, you get 60 minutes. So your time to travel 20 kilometers is 10 minutes. In 1 hour, 120 kilometers. In 10 minutes, therefore, is how many minutes, how many kilometers it will travel? If you take this 10 minutes, 160 divided by 10, yeah, 60 divided by 10, you're going to get 6, and then you divide this by 6, you will get 20 kilometers. This is the basic logic behind it. Okay. So you need to know this formula. You need to know this formula. Speed is equal to total distance and divided by total time. So in this question, they're asking you to find the total time. Maybe in another question, they can ask you to find the total distance. What they will do is they'll give you the speed and they will give you total time. That is a different type of question. Or they can ask you to find the speed by giving you total distance and total time. So you should be able to play around, make one of the three the subject of the formula and find your answer. Okay. Right, question number 10. Let's go on. At least we'll try to finish about 15 questions today before we go. Right. Question number 11. They're saying find the value of x. Find the value of x. So right. So we need to find out what the value of x is. From grade 6, 7, 8, 9, we know angles on a straight line always add up to how much? 180 degrees. Angles on a straight line add up to 180. So we can straight away find out what is the value of this. So 180 minus 135. 180 minus 135 is 45 degrees. Right? So 45 degrees is this. Okay. Then you can do this in another way, but let's take the shortcut. So straight away, you know, 125 is your exterior angle here. Exterior angle here. So then 185 therefore is equal to the sum of your two interior opposite angles. Yeah, we did that a little earlier. So we know x plus 45 is equal to 125. So take x, you take 45 to this side. So x is equal to 125 minus 45. X is equal to 80 degrees. right? X is 80. That is one way of finding it out. What is the other way? You find this angle also, angles on a straight line. So again, 180 minus 125. 180 minus 125 is 55 degrees. Yeah, so this is 55. Then you have an triangle. Your sum of interior angles of a triangle we know adds up to 180. So x plus 45 plus 55 is equal to 180. So 45 plus 55 is 100. 45 plus 55 is 100 is equal to 180. X therefore is 180 minus 100. X is equal to 80 degrees. You should get the same answer. But this is a little longer. This you can quickly find out. Okay. Right. Question number 11. Right. Let's go on. Question number 12. Question number 12. Question number 12. 5 men completed a task by working 8 hours a day for 5 days. If they work 10 hours per day, how many days will it take to complete the task? So this is what we call magnitude of task. How do you calculate magnitude of task? Number of men into number of days is equal to number of man days. Right? But in this question, they are talking about hours also. So that means what will happen is we need to calculate the task in terms of hours worked. Okay. So here let's try to input the information we have into that formula. So 5 men completed a task. So 5 men into number of days. They are saying by working 8 hours a day for 5 days. So this number of days, they are saying they are going to work for 8 hours for 5 days in order to complete this job. Yeah. So 8 into 5 is 40 is equal to 200 man. We are going to take this. Why? 8 hours per day into 5 days is giving you 40 hours. So 5 men into 40 hours, you're going to get 40 man hours in order to complete this task. But now they're saying instead of working for 8 hours, they're going to work for 10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours. So 5 into, instead of 8, you're going to put 10 here, into 5 days is equal to, in order to complete the job, they'll take 200 man hours. So 200. Right? So 10 hours, they're asking you how many days it will take. So this days, we don't know. We are going to use a unknown. We're going to put it as X. So 5 men working for 10 hours a day. How many days will they have to work to complete 200 man hours of work. Right? So we need to find out x. So 5 into 10 into x is 10x is equal to 200. We'll take out the 5 first. So divide by 5, divide by 5. So 10x is equal to 40. 40, 10 divided by 10 again. X is equal to 40 divided by 10 is 4 days. Yeah. Instead of 5 days, they're going to work for 4 days. All right. It's going to be your answer. Okay, 13. Question number 13. PQ is the diameter. Find the value of x. Right? PQ is the diameter. Find the value of x. Question number 13. So you have a circle, right? And PS RQ O. This angle is 50. We are asking you to find out x. Right? So the clue here is O is your center. O is the center. So PQ is a diameter. RS is also a diameter. So that means PO and RO are radii of your circle. So radii of your circle are always going to be equal. So we can say PO is equal to RO, radii of circle. So when radii of a circle, then it becomes an isosceles triangle. Then OPR angle is equal to ORP angle. So therefore, triangle OPR is an isosceles triangle, right? So therefore, angle OPR is equal to angle ORP, which therefore is equal to 50 degrees. Yeah. When the two sides are equal, we have an isosceles triangle. This angle is equal to this angle is going to be equal to each other. Right? So now we know if we find out this angle, right? This angle is how much? The angle remaining part of a triangle, right? So if this is 50, this is 50, then this angle has to be the remaining angle. And then we can see the relationship. What is the relationship? This POR angle is an angle subtended at the center of the circle. That's what we did in earlier question. What did we say? Angle subtended at the center is 2 times the angle subtended in the remaining part of the circle. This angle, that is PSR angle, this angle is angle subtended at the remaining part of the circle. This angle is the angle in the center of the circle. So it is going to be 2 times this. Okay. So we'll find out POR angle. POR angle therefore is 180 minus 50 plus 50, which is 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees. So this angle over here becomes 50. Then straight away we can find out this angle using the law of angles in a segment. So angle X therefore is X is equal to 2 times POR angle, angle subtended in remaining part of circle. So X therefore is 2 times, sorry, so sorry, X is going to be the remaining part, no? So X is going to be half of POR angle. This is going to be half of this. This is 2 times this. So X is going to be half of POR. So half into 50, which is 25 degrees. X is equal to 25 degrees.
So why is a half?
Sir,
Sorry?
sure.
Why is that half?
One moment.
Sir, it can't be.
Oh, sorry. I took the wrong figure. This should be 80, yeah?
40 degrees.
40 degrees, yes. I should take this POR. POR is 80. Okay. Okay. Fourth, 14th question. Fourteenth question. Sets. Yeah, sets. It says M is equal to, right? M is equal to X colon X greater than or equal to minus 5, less than or equal to 5, colon X is element of this, right? So guys, first and foremost, you need to learn to read this. What do they mean by this? This is called a set builder method. Right? This is the set builder method, and you need to learn to read this first. What are they saying here? They are saying X is a variable. Okay. X is a variable. X is greater than or equal to minus 5. X is less than or equal to plus 5. Right? And X is an element of Z, and a plus sign, you should know it is a positive integer. X is an element of positive integer. Okay. Right. So this is what they're saying. So then X is greater than or equal to minus 5, x is going to be less than or equal to 5 and x is a positive integer. So what is a positive integer which is going to be less than or equal to plus 5? So x therefore will be 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. Only a positive integer. Yeah. It has to be greater than or equal to -5 and less than or equal to 5, but it has to be a positive integer. So x is equal to, it can be 4, 5, 4, 3, 2 or 1. Okay. Okay.
Why?
Right. Last question. We'll do 15th question. Last question before we go. Last question. It says, make h as the subject of the formula. So now there is no h in your diagram. They have typed it by mistake. So just write it down again. It should be 1 over h. Should be 1 over h is equal to 1 over x plus 1 over y. Okay, there's a typing error. Instead of h, they have put as x. Right. So the question there is, they want you to find out what is the subject, or make h the subject of the formula. Right. So fractions, this side of your thing is fractions. So in order to add two fractions, you need to make the denominator the same, x and y. What will be your lowest common multiple for x and y? Anybody? X and y, what is the lowest common multiple?
X and Y.
xy. Good. So xy becomes your lowest common multiple. So this side of your fraction, you need to multiply by y. Multiply by y, you get y here. And this side of the fraction, you need to multiply by x. So you need to multiply by x, you get y plus x. Now, basically what we have is, this fraction 1 over h is equal to y plus x divided by xy. So we want to take h to the top. We want to take it to the numerator. What do? Cross multiply like earlier. So 1 into xy is equal to h into y plus x. Okay. Right. So we want to make h the subject of the formula. 1 into xy is xy, h into y plus x. What do you need to do? Keep h here, remove y plus x. H multiplied by y plus x, opposite of multiplication, division. So you divide by y plus x, divide by y plus x. Okay. This y plus x will cancel. H is equal to xy over y plus x. Got it? That's your answer for the 15th question. Right? So what we'll do is, we'll call it a day today. So let me first of all thank each and every one of you for joining the class today. And secondly, for staying the full 1 hour 45 minutes. Right? You need to stay completely, then only you see the productivity. No point in leaving halfway or little while. I understand there might be internet issues, unforeseen problems are there, right? But so in those cases, please drop us a message, sir, we left early because of this. Anyway, we will be sending you the recordings for the class, right? So second, you guys need to register yourselves ASAP, as soon as possible, so that we can send you the tudes by post. So that will be there by next week. Yeah, and secondly, please put a small comment as like a review of what you thought, what you feel in the in the chat. Huh? Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Take care. God bless, and have a good weekend. And take care. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye. Take care. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Sweet dreams.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Bye,
you. God
guys.
bless you,
Take
sir.
care. Thank you. Bye bye. See you guys next week. A few I got.